welcome to our instructional guide on developmental reading. I am Jennifer B. Aranyo, a reading teacher. Today, we're going to explore the skills required for proficient reading, a special focus on reading comprehension. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of what reading comprehension entails and some recommended learning activities to enhance it. Reading comprehension is the ability to understand, interpret, and derive meaning from the text. It involves several key skills, including decoding, recognizing and processing the words on the page. This is the first step in reading, where the reader converts text to speech or internal speech. Fluency, reading with speed, accuracy, and proper expression. Fluency bridges the gap between word recognition and comprehension. A fluent reader reads in smooth and rhythmic patterns without having to stop and decode each word. Vocabulary, understanding the meaning of words and phrases. A rich vocabulary allows reader to understand the text better and more deeply. It involves both recognizing words and knowing their meanings and context. Sentence construction and cohesion. Understanding how sentences are formed and how they link together to create meaning. This includes grammar, punctuation, and the way sentences connect to one another to form paragraphs and large text. Reasoning and background knowledge. Using logic and prior knowledge to make sense of new information. Readers use their experiences and knowledge to understand the context and make inferences about the text. Working memory and attention. Retaining information and focusing on the text. Effective reading comprehension requires holding information in memory while simultaneously processing new information. Now, let's look at some recommended learning activities that can help improve reading comprehension. Paired reading. Pair students to read aloud to each other. This encourages fluency and provides a model of fluent reading. For example, one student reads a passage while the other listens and provides feedback. Then they switch roles. This activity promotes collaboration and peer learning. Story mapping. Use graphic organizers to map out the elements of a story, such as characters, setting, problem, and solution. This helps students understand and remember the structure of a text. Story maps can be visual aids that guide students through the narrative structure, making it easier to comprehend and recall the story. Questioning. Teach students to ask questions before, during, and after reading to enhance their understanding and engagement with the text. Questions can range from "What do you think will happen next?" to "Why did character act that way?" This encourages active reading and critical thinking. Summarization. Encourage students to summarize what they have read in their own words. This helps with comprehension and retention of information. Summarization forces students to distill the main ideas and key details from a text, reinforcing their understanding and memory. Predicting. Have students make predictions about the text before and during reading to engage their reasoning skills and background knowledge. Predictions can be based on the title, headings, pictures, or the first few sentences. Think aloud. Model the thought process of reading by verbalizing your thoughts as you read the text. This helps students understand how proficient readers make sense of what they read. For example, you might say, I wonder why the character did that, or this reminds me of a time when. Text connections encourages students to make connections between the text and their own experiences. Text to self, other text, text to text, or the world around them, text to world. This deepens understanding and make reading more relevant and meaningful. Graphic organizers use tools like Venn diagrams, cause and effect charts, and sequence organizers to help students organize information and see relationships between ideas. These visual aids can simplify complex information and aid in comprehension. Now we'll be applying instructional guide on reading comprehension strategies. We'll be focusing on the questioning strategy. Questioning strategy is essential for deepening understanding and engagement with the text. To help demonstrate this, we have Sophia Mia S. Nanau, a grade 8 student, joining us. Together, we'll explore an expository text on the theme, What You Can Do About Climate Change. Sophia will read the text aloud and then will engage in a questioning activity to enhance comprehension. This method encourages critical thinking and helps students connect more deeply with what they read. Let's get started and see how effective questioning can transform your reading experience.
What you can do about climate change? Most people feel that they cannot do anything to reduce climate change. They are wrong. Here are some things that we can call also that will make a difference to climate change. Steps 1. Reduce your carbon footprint. Reduce the amount of electricity you use by turning off the lights, TVs, and other electrical gadgets at the wall when not in use. 2. Save water by turning off the tap when cleaning your teeth. And remember, a shower uses much less water than a bath. Wash clothes at 30 degrees less with a full load and hang your washing up to dry using an indoor area if you can't hang it outside. Think about how your family sets your thermostat at home. Each degrees you turn it up in summer and down in winter can save you 10% in energy. Reduce the amount of waste sent to landfill by reducing, reusing, and recycling as much as you can. Try eating fresh, local, organic, seasonal food and include more vegetable and fish in your diet. 2. Green up your lifestyle. Walk or cycle when traveling short distance and consider using public transport when traveling further away. Check the energy efficiency rating on new appliances before you buy and install energy efficient light bulbs as they will save money by reducing bills in the longer term. Switch to greener energy sources where possible. Look for electricity and gas supplier who use renewable sources. 3. Take positive action. Plant a tree in your school, garden, or local community. Grow your own fruit and vegetables at school or home. Buy recycled FSC or fair trade products whenever possible.
So we're now done reading the text. So Sophia will be answering a series of questions from the text. Okay, first question. What advice is given about saving water?
Turn off the tap when the cleaning your teeth and use shower instead of bath.
Okay, very good. Next. So, will you please list down the things that adults can do about climate change?
Wash clothes at 30 degrees or less with a full load and hang your washing up to dry using an indoor air if you can hang it outside.
Okay, next.
Think about how your family sets your thermostat at home.
Another.
Reduce your need for home and school heating and cooling by installing insulation.
How about the things that adults and children can both do about climate change? Next.
Save water by turning off the tap when cleaning your teeth and remember, a shower uses much less water than a bath.
These three ways that will reduce electricity use.
Reduce the amount of electricity you use by turning off lights, TVs, and other electrical gadgets at the wall when not in use.
Another.
Reduce your need for home and school heating and cooling by installing insulation.
And last one.
Switch to greener energy sources where possible. Look for electricity and gas supplier who use renewable sources.
Okay, very good. And last question. What is the most important thing you can do to save our earth?
For me, I think I will encourage my friend to plant a trees for our community.
Okay, very good.